you don't bounce. This one's gone crazy like 12 times and I really don't know what to do about it other than just try to go through this video and try to get it done. I've tried recording this now 12 times and it's just not happening. So, all right. Hello everybody and welcome to Things Your Sister Says. Today's video is going to be just an update little thing on 6 weeks of intermittent fasting. So for me, intermittent fasting looks like 16 hours to 8 hours. So 16 hours fasted, 8 hours of an eating window. So I know that makes me sound like cattle and everybody makes fun of me when I say, yeah, I'm finally in my feeding zone. And they're like, you sound like you're livestock. Don't do that. We need to find other words for you. So I'm 16-8 and a lot of the time I wind up kind of pushing it further if I can and having a smaller eating window where I still eat all my calories, all of my nutrients, everything that I'm supposed to do, I just eat it in a smaller window. So if I can push it to 18-6 or 22-4, so like 20 hours fasted and 4 hours eating window, then I try to do that as much. I've been leaning more towards OMAD, which is 1 meal a day. Kind of not doing the most regular, like I'm doing at least a minimum of 16-8. One point during this, I had a 36-hour fast, which was actually really nice. Like it was pretty good. I wasn't struggling about it at all. One thing that I will say that I've noticed for this is that now I have much more control over what I'm eating. Before, initially when I was doing this, I had a lot of like just trying to eat as much as I can eat and I was bloated, like I was just eating way too much and I was hurting. So now I kind of just stop when I'm full, which has just never been a thing that I've done before. Usually I will eat past the point of being full and I'll just be miserable afterwards. I'm sure that has nothing to do with the insulin resistance and why I might have it in the first place. Just my eating choices in general. But I have much more control over what I'm eating. I usually would eat multiple little burritos during a dinner. Now I had one and I went to go make my second one and I was sitting down with my second one and my body was like, yeah, no, why did you make that? You're not eating that. It's more like my brain just tells me you're not eating that. Why did you even do that? I can't explain it other than just my brain turns off, which is just bizarre to me that I've never experienced this before. I feel like I have much more control over what I'm actually eating and I'm wanting and craving a lot healthier foods, which is a little bit harder on my bank account than not, but still, like I'm craving things like grapes and all kinds of avocados. I was craving avocados the other day. I'm like, I want avocados. So I went and I bought like a bunch of avocados. So, but I have noticed that my weight has gone down seriously. Holy moly. I misspoke in my original video where I said that I was 214. That was my first weigh-in weight. So my first starting weight, which I had tracked on my apps and I realized I misspoke afterwards, was 217.6, which holy moly, yeah, I know. So that was my starting weight. Originally, my highest weight that I've ever been is 232. So I was at 217.6 when I started on May 10th. And on May 10th to now, I am now down to 202, which means I'm down 15 pounds in 6 weeks, which I'm sure a lot of it is just water weight that was getting stuck in my waist, but measuring my waist measurements since that first day, and I am also down 7 inches off from around my belly button and from around my hips. It's not coming off anywhere else for some reason. Like I've lost 1/4 of an inch on my thighs and like 1/2 an inch on my arms. Apparently I just gain weight all in my stomach and all in my hips. So I'm just pretty happy that it's coming off somewhere, and honestly I don't feel bloated and miserable all the time. And the fact that I got my cycle is all that I really need to know. I'm curious to see how my next cycle goes and whether or not I get one or whether or not we got pregnant. Probably not. As many people know, we are trying to conceive. We would like to have a baby. It's been about 5 years since we've really thought, hey, it wouldn't be bad if we had a kid. I'd like to have a kid. You have fertility issues, so maybe we shouldn't try to keep it from happening. So it's been about 5 years since then. We haven't actively tried, but we have been for a little bit now, and honestly it's just not happening because of the PCOS. So the intermittent fasting is helping. I got my cycle, so I'm curious to see, you'll know by the 2-month mark whether or not I got my cycle again on the right time. So, which I will try to be during this. I know that with PCOS, cycles are crazy and I kind of just want to mention it. It is a factor. But generally, I really like the fact that I am getting my cycle. I feel less bloated, way less fatigue. Literally, I wake up now, I can't sleep. Before, if you told me that I could sleep for 12 hours, I think I said this before in the last video, I could do it. I could do it for 12 hours, no problem. I could sleep. If you gave me that option, yeah, that's a great option. And I don't drink coffee, and I don't generally drink too much caffeine. So now that I'm literally waking up 7.5 hours, which is what my normal was before all my symptoms went to crap, 7.5 hours, I am waking up on the dot. I go to sleep and I just wake up 7.5 hours later. There is no setting snooze, no going back to sleep now, which is frustrating to some angles, but also really happy that I just wake up and I actually have energy. I have energy, which I've never had before, which I'm super excited about. So generally, I am still gonna be doing this. I'm super happy, and I'm down a crap ton of weight in 6 weeks, 15 pounds. Like, it doesn't feel like that big of a deal day to day. You're like, oh, the scale's not moving that much. But when you look at it from May 10th to now, like, we are June 21st today. From May 10th to today, which is June 21st, that's crazy. That's insane. I never thought I'd get results like that. And honestly, I'm not being that strict with my food. I'm eating carbs. I just had potatoes last night, and I've been having cheese, which I haven't been able to have cheese in forever. And it's literally just giving my stomach a rest. I'm actually able to go and eat the things that I want to eat. I had ice cream the other day. I'm not having the strictest diet. I haven't plateaued yet. So as soon as I plateau, then I'm probably gonna be like, oh, hey, maybe we should incorporate some exercise, or maybe I should eat cleaner. I've been trying to eat cleaner generally, but not as far as like keto or Whole30. I'm not strict about that. A thing that I have changed is that instead of drinking my little drinks, they have caramel coloring in them and they have sucralose. And I've been learning all kinds of different things about the caramel coloring is literally cancerous, and sucralose is really bad for you, so I've been trying to not drink those, but what I've replaced it with is sweet tea with monk fruit instead of actual sugar, which is working out really well for me. I also feel like it is giving some better results too. Generally, I'm enjoying the monk fruit. Monk fruit, honestly, I don't taste any kind of weird after flavor, and I've been putting it in like mason jars. I think they're cute, and honestly, they're glass and they work out well. And this is just monk fruit and some sweet tea, just generally my organic Pico normal iced tea. You could probably do other teas with it as well. That's Cass in the background, she's just hanging out. And I'm doing monk fruit with this. I was doing golden monk fruit with this, but then I found some white monk fruit. I'm having a hard time getting a hold of just straight up white monk fruit. I don't know why, probably, you know, crazy world problems, but generally, even the golden monk fruit tastes really nice with this. It gives it like a kind of a caramelly kind of aftertaste with it, but I'm super excited about it. I am down 7 inches off my waist. I'm down 15 pounds as a general, like, wrapping it all up, less fatigue. I am not tired at all. I'm not bloated anymore. I'm gonna keep up with this. And honestly, the fiance is also starting to do this, and now I'm getting my mom into it. So we'll see if they have any results too, and I'll kind of, if they let me, I'll talk about what they're doing. So honestly, I really like intermittent fasting and I enjoy it. And I'm finding that it's not even a struggle at all anymore. It's not even like, oh, I'm hungry. No, I don't even have to really measure it anymore. I don't have to look at the clock and be like, oh, it's the eating window is opened now. I could eat. It's pretty much where it's at now. Or I could stay in autophagy a little bit longer and go past the 18 hours, you know? That's why I've been doing the 20 hours, so I can at least get a couple hours of autophagy in there where my cells are actually kind of repurposing and filtering through and doing all that stuff. Look at autophagy, it's really cool, it's interesting. And so I can stay in ketosis just a little bit longer. I'm feeling the fat coming off of my body. I'm feeling my clothes. And that is honestly the big thing. It's not what's on the scale, is the inches around my waist and knowing that I feel better. That's the big thing, is knowing that I feel better. So 6 weeks in, I'm loving it still. I'm very happy. I'm going to keep doing it, and I will probably give an update at 2 months, at 8 weeks. So, all right, stay tuned for my BoxyCharm versus Glossybox video, which will be coming up next week, probably in a couple days. I'm doing filming for it now. I tend to want to review things and actually review them, like how I'm actually using them on my day-to-day basis. I used some of it today. This is for filming. My face has some of those items in those boxes on right now. Strange sentence I had to say like 3 times to get out, but I have a bunch of it on right now and I am super excited to do the review for that. So stay tuned and hopefully you will like that video as well. Subscribe if you want to stay in the know. I also have a second channel called Knit Grit where you can do knitting and crocheting tutorials. I have a lot more subscribers over there, so if you're interested in that kind of video, go ahead and pop over there. We're doing a s'more video, little crochet toy s'mores, so if you like that kind of thing, pop on over there. All links will be down in the doobly-doo for things that I've mentioned. Yeah, I think that's about it. All right, until next time, guys. Bye.